10th class students. So I hope all of you are preparing really well, working day and night for your final board exams, which is going to start on very soon. So yes, in this video I'll be discussing a 7-day strategy. So students, you might have not studied anything for the whole years, or you might have studied everything for the whole year, but these 7 days are very critical, and it really matters how exactly you use these 7 days. Where do you spend your time, whether you are spending on revision or doing questions? So what exactly you need to do in these 7 days? This is your make or break period. So I'm going to give everything that is required in this last 7 days. So please watch the complete video, take a pen and a notebook and write down all the important things that you will find in this video. Okay, so yes, now coming, as I said, this is your last 10 days, and these 7 days are very critical, and this is your do or die period. You have to put 100% effort in this last 7 days. Okay, if you still do not study, if you still don't get serious about your preparation, then it is like you will definitely not get good results. But yes, if you meant this, change your mindset and make sure that you study seriously for this last 7 days, then even if you haven't studied anything, you can still do wonders in your 10th board results. Okay, so if I want to tell, like, in this video what all things we are going to study, so the first thing I'll be telling you a 7 days planner. Okay, I'll be telling you what exactly you need to study in these 7 days. Next, I'll be telling you what are the most important topics for maths and science, then previous year questions where you have to solve, and how you need to study for the last 7 days. Okay, I'll be giving you a brief discussion on this. After that, what we are going to do, so how many hours you have to study? So at least 10 hours is minimum. Okay, no compromise on this. 10 hours is very important, and you can also do this. It is something which is not possible. Okay, it is very easily possible if you have that strong determination, if you have that willpower, if you have that mindset that I want to get very good marks in my 10th exams, then 10 hours is possible. Okay, now how are we going to divide this 10 hours? So you have to study maths for 3 hours, science for 3 hours, SST for 2 hours, and English for 1 hour. Okay, so these are the major subjects. You have to split your time between these subjects. Okay, next, coming to, so first, if I'll tell you about the maths study plan. So you have to, on first day, you have to study statistics and real numbers. Second, polynomials and arithmetic progression. Third, pair of linear equations and quadratic equations. Fourth, probability and introduction to trigonometry. Fifth, coordination geometry and triangles. Sixth, application of trigonometry and circles. Then area related to circles and surface area and volume. Okay, so this should be your topics that you need to study. So please take a screenshot of this, or else you can note it down. Okay, after that I'll be telling you the important topics. So for real numbers, what all things you need to focus? See, in real numbers you have to focus on fundamental theorem and revisiting of irrational numbers. Polynomials, relation between zeros and coefficients. So these are the most important topics. So if you haven't studied anything in this chapter, just go and pick this one particular topic and study it first, because there are maximum probability that you will get questions from these topics. These are the most repeated topics that has been asked in the previous year questions. After that, in pair of linear equations, graphical method and algebraic method. Quadratic equations, factorization methods and nature of roots. Arithmetic progression, nth term and sum of nth terms. After that, we have triangles, similarity of triangles. Okay, criteria for similarity and Pythagoras theorem. These are the important topics. Coordinate geometry, distance formula and section formula. Introduction to trigonometry, trigonometric ratios and trigonometric identities. Application, height and distance. Okay, now we have some more chapters here. Circles, number of tangent and tangent to a circle. Area of a sector, area of the segment. In surface area and volume, cylinder, cone and hemisphere. So do their formulas, remember their formulas and do questions from them. Then in statistics, focus on mean, mode and median, how to calculate, do some questions from there. Then in probability, card, dice, coins and days problem you should focus on. Okay, so this was about maths, and I want all of you to take a note of this one. Now let's talk about science. Okay, so in science, what first day you have to study our environment and light reflection and refraction. Okay, on second day you have to study heredity and chemical reactions and equations. On third day you can study human eye and acids, bases and salts. Fourth day life processes and metals and non-metals. Fifth day electricity and control and coordination. Sixth day reproduction and magnetic effects of current. Then you have carbon on the seventh day, carbon and its compounds. Okay, so that's all that you have to study. Now in science also I'll be telling you the important topics. Okay, so yes, first coming chemistry, you have chemical reactions and equations, so focus on chemical equations, how to balance them. Then types of reactions and effects of oxidation reaction, especially rusting and rancidity. Now coming to acids, bases and salts, the chemical properties of acids and bases, what is common in acids and bases, type of salts and the pH strength, strong acid, weak acid, how to determine that you have to study. Next coming to metals and non-metals, their physical and chemical properties with special focus on exceptions. Then metals and non-metals reactions, occurrence of metals, corrosion, sorry this is not there, corrosion is there. Okay. Now we have the last chapter, that is carbon and its compounds. So you should know bonding in carbon, the Lewis structures you should be able to do. Then versatile nature of carbon, tetravalency and catenation. Then chemical properties of carbon, soaps and detergents, and important compounds like ethanol and ethanoic acid, their uses, their manufacturing, those things you have to focus. Now if we move forward to biology. Okay, so in biology, in life processes, nutrition, transpiration, respiration and excretion. Okay, the important diagrams, important labelings, important points you have to remember here. In control and coordination, animal nervous system, coordination in plants and hormones in animals, different hormones and their functions you should be knowing. Then reproduction, modes of reproduction, each mode you should be knowing, and sexual reproduction in detail. After heredity, after that you have to study about heredity and accumulation of heredity. Coming to ecosystem, what are the different components of ecosystem and our human activities, how do they affect the ecosystem, that you have to study. Now coming to physics part. So you have human eye and colorful world, right? So in that you have to study first human eye. Okay, the diagrams, the structure, the leveling, everything, the working of human eye. Then defects of vision, myopia, hypermetria, how it can be corrected, its diagram. Refraction and dispersion, what is the difference, what is the definition. Then atmospheric refraction, what are the phenomenon, what are the observations we have here, and scattering of light. Now coming to electricity, what is electric current and what is circuit, what is the difference between electric potential and difference. Then you have to study about the circuit diagrams, Ohm's law, do numericals from here, factors on which the resistance depends, and the resistance of a system of resistors. And last chapter that we have is your magnetic effect of current and light reflection and refraction. So in magnetic effect, magnetic field and field line, magnetic field due to current, force on carrying conductors, electric generators and domestic circuits. Similarly light, in that reflection of light, spherical mirrors and refraction of light. Okay, so this is what you have to study. Now coming to how to study, this is what is very important. So there will be now two categories of students: those students who have not started anything, not studied anything, and next students, those who have studied everything and are revising. So I'll be giving you advice separately. So first comes for this category, those who haven't studied anything. So the first and the foremost thing you need to do is you have to believe in yourself that these 7 days, if I study day and night, if I put 100% effort, I can still get good marks. So first you have to believe, you have to do self-confidence, you have to understand this point that 7 days also I can work hard and get very good results. That is the first thing you do not have to panic. Okay, if you panic, you will not be able to do anything. So how will you start? I have already given you 7 days planner. Okay, so today suppose you saw that in science it is acids, bases and salts, and heredity I have to study. Okay, these are the 2 chapters that you have in your mind I have to study this day. So what you will do for that? For that, first thing you have to do is you have to watch the one-shot videos. Okay, just watch any one-shot video which durations are like 1 hour to 1.5 hour or less than that. Anything is there, please watch that. So please watch that, and after watching this you will be knowing that what are the important concepts in that, and you can make notes from that videos. Okay, after that you have to do directly previous year questions. How many years of previous year questions? at least 5 years of previous year questions. Okay, so you start with first like you go from backward, like you first solve for 2024, then 2023, 2022. So first try for 3 years of questions. If you are able to solve it, that is fine. Okay, or just if you are not able to solve it, just do 2022 3 and 4 questions. Whichever questions you are not able to do, learn it and try it again and again. Okay, so these I'll make it 3 years. 3 years of PYQs you have to do. Now once you are done with this 3 years of PYQs, what you have to do, one more thing, if you are having time, you have to write only one sample paper, just to understand that what is your level, how much you have developed. Okay, so only one sample paper. मेरे को आप लोग देख लो, ठीक है, मैं आऊँगी, मतलब आप लोग डेमो देख लो, ठीक है. Now coming to the second part, that is if you have studied everything. So you are on a phase where you can get distracted, you may get overconfident, so do not do this. What you have to focus on, you have to focus on complete revision. Okay, do revision. Okay, these students also, when you prepare, when you do one shot videos, right, you make short notes. What are the most important things? When you see one shots, you will understand which is the most important thing, which is the critical thing. So you'll understand that and you will watch, you will make short notes. So those students who have already studied everything, you will be having revision notes. So focus on revision. After revision, what you have to do? Once you have done the revision, you have to solve PYQs if you haven't. But by now, if you have already solved the previous year question, start solving sample papers. So in these 7 days, I can say that you can at least solve 4 to 5 sample papers. Analyze your preparation, what is going correct, what is going wrong, which questions, which concepts you are doing wrong, and start revising them, start like strengthening those concepts. Okay, so now coming to how you can make use of our channel. So you can see we have this playlist. You can just go to our channel, you can search in the playlist section. You can see here we have done all the one shot videos. Okay, one shot of every chapter is there. You also have previous year, sample paper questions have been solved, previous year questions have been solved. Whichever chapter you want, just search that chapter with PYQs, you will be getting. So the first thing is to cover the concept quickly, then solving the previous year questions, and then sample papers. Okay, so this is what you need to focus. And one more important thing which every student should focus at this point of time is paper presentation. Okay, you should be knowing how to write in the exam. Okay, so putting the question number, maintaining space between the answers. Okay, so these all basic things you should be knowing. Okay, so that's all students, and I hope this video was helpful, and all the very best for your exam. So keep working hard, and if you have any doubt, you can comment down, we'll definitely address it. Thank you for watching.